Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sarunas Narbutas from Lithuania, and I'm representing the Oncohematological Patient Society called Kraujas. That is the Society for Blood Cancer Patients. And I was diagnosed with chronic myelogenous leukemia at the age of 18. That was nearly 4 years ago. I was lucky to get the access to the modern treatment, that is the Gleevec that Makvi mentioned earlier on. And by that time, Lithuania was going under very difficult regulations to accessing the treatment, because the modern treatment was available only 1 out of 6 patients, by others getting chemo or going under bone marrow transplantation. So I was just the one soldier in the field, and I was thinking of what I may do and what can I do to make a change. So I created my website, my personal website, to tell the story to the world. And the reason was, the aim was to create the petition that would be signed by the majority of people, that could be delivered to the government bodies in Lithuania. And the results were spectacular. The petition was signed by 80,000 people in 3 months. And overall signatures were 180,000 people, and that's estimating to 6% of total Lithuania population. And to my concern, I think it's comparing to Nord Stream petition that you had as a MEPS 2 years ago. I think it was 30,000 signatures, and that were from all over Baltic states. So when I got the petition, I published it to the Lithuanian Parliament, and the results were doubled reimbursement for the chronic myelogenous leukemia for modern treatment, and that made a change. And you know, I was getting the treatment, but I was thinking of those who are not getting it, and I was lucky to get it, and it saved my life literally, because you know the chances of success otherwise would be low, or even if I was successful with bone marrow transplantation, of course I would have had a very difficult time with rehabilitation. So, to my concern, what I see it as the cancer issue in Europe is underestimated. And if we know the numbers, and we heard those today, as 1 out of 3 citizens are possible, are willing, not willing, but you know, they might happen to get a cancer in their lifetime. And even by the results that 1 out of 3 people, prevention may save them, like if we are getting very successful prevention, 1 out of 3 cancer cases is preventable. But if we take it to the numbers, as proportions are very abstract, and Europe estimated to have 500 millions, if we put it to numbers, it's 111 millions, even with the best prevention possible. So these are this is the kind of issue we're addressing, and that is the reason I see cancer is underestimated in political agenda, though we are having a very good, I am willing to share my point of view in addressing the experts we had today. We heard medical experts. I'm very pleased to have a face in here, and I'm pleased as well with the MEP initiative previously. And if we are, as a cancer patient, I'm happy to be part of communicating it to other levels. But it is the political will that is lacking at the moment. And we get the system in the commission and in the professional medical experts field, and we have patients that are very active at the moment. I can point to that very confidently. Yeah, and all we need is for MEPs to address this issue, to put it in the political agenda, to make the changes. We have a structure, but we are not using it. And just to share my personal memories from the yesterday newspaper, in the Belgian newspaper, first page was that half of the Belgian population is taking prescribed drugs regularly. It's 50% of people doing prescribed drugs. And we see, that the issue of healthcare, and it's the cancer in between those percentages as well. And we can see the scale of issue. We need to realize it, not just the problem itself as it is, but we need to address it, the vast amount of people that are affected by it. So if we count it like to 111 million people that are likely to get a cancer to the current knowledge during their lifetime, that's a big number that has to be addressed in the proper manner. So I'm asking you to to put more action into this, into the cancer research. And if we even just go to the cancer prevention, it's 1/3 out of a problem if we go into the cases. And even with a perfect prevention, we get over 100 million people that needs to be saved, that needs to be properly addressed. So thank you for your attention, and I am calling to you for more action in the field. Thank you.